Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are celebrating World Environment Day. Myself, Dr. K. Hema, Assistant Professor, College of Fish Nutrition and Food Technology, Madhavaram Campus, Chennai. It's indeed a great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to this World Environment Day celebration. I am very glad to inform that the Nutrition Society of India, Chennai chapter, joins hands with us today on this occasion. The motto of the World Environment Day is Reimagine, Recreate, and Restore. This is our moment. We cannot turn back time, but we can grow trees, green our cities, rewild our gardens, change our diets, and clean up rivers and coasts. We are the generation that can make peace with nature. Let's get active, not anxious. Let's be bold, not timid. A man with great vision and mission is an icon for hard work. We would like to extend a special welcome to our Chief Guest of Honor, Dr. Ramasubbaraju, FIIT, FPRB, Assistant Professor, the Gandhigram Rural Institute, Dean to be University, Dindikal, Government of India, Tamil Nadu. And I happily welcome our Dean and Convener, Dr. Usha Antony, College of Fish Nutrition and Food Technology, Madhavaram Campus, Chennai, who has been a pillar of this institute and a great support to organize today's event in this grand manner. I welcome all teaching and non-teaching staffs and my dear participants to this event. Once again, I heartily welcome one and all present here. Thank you. Now, I request Dr. Usha Antony, Dean and Convener, College of Fish Nutrition and Food Technology, Madhavaram Campus, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Dr. Hema. Again, on behalf of the College of Fish Nutrition and Food Technology, Tamil Nadu, Dr. J. Jayalalitha Fisheries University, it is an honor to have a speaker like Dr. Ram Subbu Raju today. I once again welcome all the participants to this program and the guest speaker for today. Thank you, sir, for agreeing readily when I made a request to you to make a presentation. And most often, most of us forget that though we are all individual entities, we are all part of the larger world wide web, that is the environment. Everything put together, the living and the non-living, as well as all other creatures. So most often we forget this because we like to think we are the smartest, we are the boldest, we are best in the world as the human beings. But we must also remember that if we have to achieve whatever we want to achieve, we have to coexist with our environment, which includes both living and non-living, and particularly the plants and other animals which are part of the ecosystem. And that is why this year we have this theme which has been selected for that is the restoration of the ecosystem. And Dr. Ramasubbu Raju, with his expertise in this area of forest ecosystems, is here with us today to make his presentation based on all the research he has carried out and active participation in the environmental activities. Now, I request Dr. Hema to introduce Dr. Ramasubbu Raju, and then he will proceed with the presentation.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam. Now I
Thank you.
introduce our chief guest, Dr. Ramasubbu Raju, Assistant Professor, the Gandhigram Rural Institute, Dean to be University, Dindigul, Government of India, Tamil Nadu. He completed his PhD in Tropical Botanic Garden and Research Institute, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. He published 85 journals, 13 books, 33 book chapters, and presented 98 research papers in national and international conferences. He has also delivered lectures in international conferences held in Germany and Malaysia. He has handled 5 research projects and attended 14 numbers of national and international workshops. He has received Talent Scientist Award by the Periyar University and co-authored for the Young Scientist Award for the Best Paper Presentation from Periyar University, Salem. Today, he has accepted our invite to deliver a speech on protecting the forest ecosystem for a sustainable future. Thank you, sir. We are ready to hear from you more, sir. Dear participants, if you have any questions, please type in the chat box.
Thank you, ma'am. May I start, ma'am? May I?
Yes, sir. Please start, sir.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you
sir.
so much.
Please. Yes, sir. Please
Thank you
go
so
ahead
much.
and start. Yes.
Yeah. Most respected Dean, respected Organizing Secretary Dr. Hema, esteemed colleagues of College of Fish Nutrition and Food Technology, JJ Fisheries University, Chennai, the other members of the Nutrition Society of India, and my dear students, really, it's my privilege as well as a honor to me to be the part of the Environmental Day 2021 celebration. Also, for that, it's my duty to thank the organizers, particularly the Dean ma'am, for providing the opportunity to share my views. As Madam told, I am specialized as well as expertise in the field of forest ecosystem. So today we are going to celebrate the World Environment Day. On this great, in these great occasions, we must be remember the fact, the reality of the ecosystem in and around. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes,
Whether you can able to see my slides? Will you able to see my slides?
no, sir.
We can hear you, sir. We cannot see your slides.
Just a minute. I can share it. Actually. Okay, no problem. It can go on that side. So usually the ecosystem, it's an important term. Nowadays, we are mostly dependent the biodiversity. So the biodiversity is an important component of the ecosystem. Simple people may say it is a community relationship. That means the community of living organisms in relation with just a minute, in relations with non-living component. Okay. So there will be an interaction between the non-living as well as the living things. This is what simply we known as ecosystem. Moreover, you know very well, simply we can remember this interaction. That means the component as non-living as well as a living beings interactions may be the one of the important one. This interaction has been controlled by several factors, particularly the internal factors as well as the external factors. This ecosystem of the five ecosystem, so far 5 ecosystems have been recommended as well as discovered by the eminent scientists. Of the 5 ecosystem, recommended to the society. So the forest ecosystem, this is a prime importance. It has a prime importance. Not only that, this ecosystem, endowed with as well as support wide variety of living beings. So simply say this ecosystem nowadays under verge of extinctions. So as a civilian, as well as a researcher or a students or common public, we are in a position to do something to protect these wonderful ecosystems. Okay, so what we are going to discuss, I'm not going to bore you. Why? Because what I have prepared, this is a world of biodiversity as well as the ecosystem. That is what you are going to see. Moreover, as the organizing secretary told, you can stop at anywhere. So please ask or please interact with me if you have any queries, doubts, or if you need any interaction. Okay. So simply, I want to see a few important facts. As I told, this is a world of the forest ecosystem. This includes, ma'am, now is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Visible.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, thank you so much. Okay, so as I told you, this is a functional unit. Ecosystem is a functional unit of nature. Here, both non-living as well as living things have been worked together to
Yes,
mutually
sir.
benefit.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
thank you.
visible.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so what we are going to discuss in the sense, as a component of the ecosystem, the forest is the most important one. Here in the world, so far 12 types of natural vegetations have been reported. Fortunately, India gifted with 3 important forest ecosystems. Simply, people may say the word biodiversity, particularly hotspot. Biodiversity hotspots in the sense the area which higher number of species, not an individual, please be remember, it is not an individual's higher number of species. Simply speak in your word, variety of species. Okay, of the 35 biodiversity hotspots reported in the world, India has also gifted with 4 important biodiversity hotspots. See here, simply people may say as the biodiversity has a variety and variability of organisms. It includes plants, animals, and microorganisms. Moreover, India can also be divided as well as subdivided into 10 different geographical regions based upon the biodiversity. So, of the 10 different geographical regions, the most important component nowadays is the Western Ghats. So, why? Because it harbor a variety of endemic species. That means the species which are restricted to the particular regions. Moreover, this area, that means Western Ghats, is also under the verge of extinctions. As I told in the earlier stage, so we are in a position as human beings, we have to do something. This lecture, this is one of the attempt to promote or to create an awareness about the biodiversity of our country. See here, this geographical map clearly indicate the forest patches in India. Fortunately, India gifted with the diversity of forests. So far, 16 different types of forests have been reported in India. If we ask somebody, what do you mean by forest? If we ask among students, simply they may say it's full of trees. It's a gigantic trees, but not exactly. It's a world of insects, birds, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, of course, plants. So the people who are living in the urban area, or those who are living in a metropolitan city, they don't bother about the forest ecosystem in the natural habitat. Why? Because I'm getting all those things. We have been satisfied with the food grains or whatever the basic amenities, but not like that. If we are not at all caring about the natural ecosystem, definitely we may suffer for our food grains or day-to-day food supply. See, say for example, is it for enchantment? People may go for the forest for recreational or enchantment or some other purposes. Not only that, forest is the one of the important resources. If we analyze the cost benefit analysis, if you spend 1 rupee for the management as well as the maintenance of the forest, definitely you can get about 2,500 rupees. For 1 rupee, you can able to get a benefit of 2,499 rupees, etc. Moreover, this forest can also be important resources for so many purposes. Through forest, we can directly benefited. We can be benefited directly or indirectly. Say for example, you can get employment opportunity, tourism, then fodder for cattle, even so many non-wood forest products. Or otherwise, indirectly, you can control global warming, environmental conservation, of course, pollution control. So, based upon these, too much of studies have been conducted to analyze the forest wealth of India. So, for every country, the land mass of an area should have a 20% of the forest. Fortunately, India has gifted with that much quantity of forest. So not only that, we have a variety of forest types, of course. According to National Remote Sensing Center, so far 14 different types of forests have been reported. So of the 14 forest types, tropical thorn forest, then littoral thorn forest, then tropical dry deciduous forest. These three forests have been, dominated in our Indian continent. Why? Because this area, that means the India is, best or suitable for the growth of these kind of forest trees in the respective forest areas. Of course, Western Ghats, as a very few people alone know about the importance of the Western Ghats. Say, for example, if you ask among your students, very few students alone able to answer what do you mean by Western Ghats, where is it? Okay, so I simply speak, Western Ghats is a continuous chains of mountains of 1,600 kilometers. Okay, it is running parallel from river Tapti to Kanyakumari for about 6 different states. It travels 6 different states without any, naturally occurring gap. So why it has so much importance in the sense, so since it belongs to aquatic researchers, or otherwise your research may be restricted to the aquatic bodies or marine or freshwater, but this is a land living plants. Say for example, 27% of the Indian flora alone is there in Western Ghats. A huge quantity of flowering plants, birds, amphibians, mammals, reptiles, etc. So not only that, in Western Ghats, there are few specific areas or region with the higher number of plant species. All those plant species are economically, medicinally, as well as commercially valuable. So these are the important biodiversity hotspot of Western Ghats. See, I'm simply skipping some slides, So we have to manage the time within 1 hour. That is what I'm simply skipping. If you need further, clarification doubts, I'm willing to share the information with you. Okay, these are the few important region in which a higher number of, plant diversity as well as animal diversity has been have been recorded. So moreover, see, I have traveled from Kanyakumari to Maharashtra, about 5 different states I have traveled to know the diversity including plants and as well animal. So through that, I found this few important regions which is most important as far as the biodiversity is concerned. So this is nothing but your upper Palni Hills, the so far your Kodaikanal Hills. So this is nothing but tropical rainforest in Agastya Malai. If you go to the upper part of the Agastya Malai Biosphere Reserve, you can see this area receives higher rainfall when compared to other regions. Yes, a few important specific forest regions, like you see, as I told, they are ecologically unique as well as significant. How far it is significant? Say, for example, this region, it's while looking so it looks like a grasslands. Okay, it looks like a grassland, but not exactly. This forest, this is nothing but Shola forest. It has ecologically as well as hydrologically significant role. How it is making a ecological role in the sense? See here, during the period of rainy days, in the forest, usually what will happen if the top of the canal, top of the hills receive the water in the sense, definitely it will erode to the plain and reach the sea. This is what actually happening in and around. But this forest region, it has a unique features. It has a unique. How far it is unique in the sense, see here, this is a grassland. This grassland act as a sponge to harvest some quantity of water during the rainy season. During the rainy season, the considerable quantity of water will be stored in grassland. Thereafter, it will release slightly. So all these small channels, it harvests a small quantity of water and reach to these channels. Finally, this will connect as a small streams. Finally, it reach as small river. So this river create a small waterfalls. Now you can correlate wherever you are getting a waterfalls throughout the year or in most part of the year. So there may be a possibility of the Shola forest. They are ecologically unique. Throughout the year, they can able to supply water to the animals, those who are living in the forest, or plants, they are surviving in the natural ecosystems. So one among the region Kodagu in Karnataka. So this region, this is most popular in Kodagu part. Moreover, here this bamboo reeds, this is a potential hotspot for the breeding ground of king cobra. That is in locally Rajanagam in Tamil. So Iruvikulam National Park. It is another one of the important regions. Here, this is a wonderful region for the growth of your Nilgiri tar, the state animal of Tamil Nadu. Again, Silent Valley. So this region, say once it is a wonderful, as far as my concern, this is another paradise of biodiversity. So here also one diversity of animals, plants have been reported. So Agastya Malai, here also a variety of medicinal plant species, herbal species have been reported from these regions. Madhikattan Sola, people may get confused with this name. According to me, three different regions have this Madhikattan Sola. One is in Idukki district of Kerala towards Bodimettu. The another one is near Berijam in Kodaikanal. Moreover, if you go to Kolli Hills, there also one Madhikattan Sola is there. So usually, what is the problem with this means? Pupils have been misdirected by this name Madhikattan. So they thought that if you enter into the forest, we may lose our sense, or we may lose some our original thinking in such a way, but not exactly. So what is the real meaning of this word Madhikattan in the sense? If you enter into the forest, it is a tightly bound forest. See the canopy. There is no way to get the sunlight penetration in the underground. So if you enter into the forest, definitely you may not realize from where you came, or otherwise, simply speak, you may not trace to where you have to go. Such a way, the people may get confused with such kind of forest. That is what this name, the Madhikattan Sola has, proposed. So don't think that there is no such kind of plants or trees available to lose your or to extract your sense. Okay, Animudi, this is also one of the second largest, highest peak in South India. While looking, so it looks like a barren rock, but actually it is a home for a huge diversity of plants and animals. See, Nilgiris, it is also a home. Simply, people thought that Nilgiri is restricted only with the Tamil Nadu, but not exactly. Nilgiri is nothing but is a combination of the part of the land we are sharing with Karnataka, then part of the land we are sharing with Kerala. But Nilgiri, the Tamil Nadu alone, Tamil Nadu and Kerala have considerably more quantity of land when compared to Karnataka. It's a wonderful place. Ponmudi, once it was a wonderful tourist place. Nowadays, this area has been, damaged for several commercial purposes. Meghamalai, nearby Thane, it is also one of the important place. Then Banaswaran Sagar Hills, nearby, Wayanad district of Kerala, it is also one of the important place. So, if you go to the, islands of Andaman Nicobar, definitely you may realize the different ecosystem of that particular area. Usually, these huge sized trees or larger trees may not grow in nearby, in nearby seashore. But interestingly, this island, harbor huge quantity of commercially or medicinally as well as endemic tree species here. Another Barantang, this is also one of the biodiversity hotspot. It harbors so many quantity. Still, only 10% of the Andaman Nicobar alone have been explored, whereas the 90% of the regions have not been explored to identify plants as well as animal species. This is one of the important. I think few of them have seen this kind of forest. This is also, it must be designated a mangrove forest. Alayati Kadagal or, Sadupinala Kadagal, such a way the people may give a different name. These plants can be able to grow in salt water. They can be able to tolerate the salinity in the water conditions. So, see, this is regarding in a good sized tree. What about the undergrowth? If you see the undergrowth, it harbors huge quantity of medicinally important herbs. Species. Sometimes it may be a group like this, or otherwise two more species like this, or sometimes it may like a carpet. It may like it. These three area has been situated in Maharashtra. Okay, so this is one of the important place. But these plants will grow only for a period of 3 months. Thereafter, the entire land will be, somewhat, desert or, drought area such a way. So, as I told, the ecosystem, the living component, interact with the non-living component. Here, the living component include plant, animal, and microbes. Here, this is a kind of plants. They are commercially, medicinally, as well as economically valuable things. See, if you see plant diversity in India, so as far as we have, so far 5,042 plant species have been reported in the world, but we have around 50,000 plant species, including 16,000 flowering plants. If you see the endemism, means the organism or plant or animal restricted to the particular our area. So for India alone, we have a 27% of the plant species restricted to Indian continent. So these are all some important biological organisms or plant species. They are commercially valuable. Not only that, they are economically significant. See here, this is one of the this is meat fungi, highly toxic. If any disruption, please inform me, ma'am. Hema, ma'am. Hello, am I audible?
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
please inform me. Is any problem with the online classes. Okay, please inform
Okay,
me.
sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, this is nothing but important fungi. Why I'm showing this photograph in the sense, students or somebody's, you may go to some forest area, don't touch this kind of mushroom. It's a highly toxic. It has a highly, toxic venomous substances. Hope you know about this amanitin. It is a most dangerous, toxic material. Immediately, it leads to create a, problems. Particularly, even it may lead to create, um, um, death. So it's a edible fungi. So we need to explore further, in the forest. Why? Because it is a land of resources for our medicine, for our food, or for our daily needs. So this is also edible mushroom. So this mushroom, particularly Lepiota, I think Coriacia, this mushroom is commercially collected by the people for the extraction of some anti-cancerous drug. So this, I hope you might have been heard about this mushroom. This is nothing but a magic mushroom, Bodhikalan. In the higher altitudes of Sola forest, it's a quite common. The local people are collecting this mushroom, then simply drying and creating as a value added product, then commercially selling in a illegal, market. So this is one of the important mushroom through which we can extract natural dyes. So this is also an important polyporous mushroom. It's a medicinally valuable. So few more dyes, natural dyes have been isolated from this mushroom bodies. So this is a edible mushroom. This Ganoderma, I hope you know very well about this. This is one of the mushroom commercially collected and exported for foreign countries to extract anti-cancerous drug. Commercially more important. So this is one of the plants which grow as a carpet. Not only that, it fed the naturally growing animals in the natural forest. Moreover, while looking so, we can predict the quality of the air in a particular environment. These plants are nothing but pollution indicators. Wherever these plants growing, through which we can able to understand whether the forest is in good condition or in a bad condition. That means whether the pollution level of the forest is good or bad. So this is also one of the important plant species. This indicates the moisture level. So wherever you go while looking, so this Lycopodium clavatum, definitely through which only the farmers of the ancient area period, they identified the places to cultivate tea or coffee or some commercial plantation. Wherever this plant is growing, there the relative humidity or some other rainfall nature will be moderate. For that we can cultivate or we can convert the area for commercial cultivations. So this indicate the pollution level of the water in aquatic system. So these are all some important aquatic weeds through which we can able to say. So nowadays there is no weeds in aquatic bodies. Why? Because the entire aquatic body of the environment has polluted by means of all the three kind of pollutants through air, water, or through some soil pollutants. So these are all some commercially important trees growing in a forest. Okay, these are the few important trees growing commercially in the forest. So not only that, some plants which are useful or commercially or horticulturally promising, particularly these are the angiosperms. If you see in the forest region, we can see the variety of flower, color, architecture, moreover shapes, etc. See here, these are the important species through which we can able to understand the natural regeneration of the aquatic bodies. Wherever the pond ecosystem is good, there these kind of plants can grow. So these are all some kind of lotus species or lily species this species may also predict or confirm the originality of the water bodies. See, these are some important species. See here, this is exotic species. This is giant water lily. So originated from Amazon forest. Nowadays, it has been grown somewhere. Particularly this plant, this plant predict the water quality level. Particularly, so if the pollutant level is higher in the water bodies, definitely this kind of plant may not grow. Such a way, this is a very significant species. In the forest, we can see variety of colors, as I told, so this natural beauties how to be collected to the laboratory. So we have to do something as well as it has to be converted for commercial purposes, through which the India can generate more revenues. See here a beautiness of so many kind of species. So these are all the a few important wild beauties. See here. See here, wonderful structure, of course. So these are some wild species. Moreover, not only that, beauty of the particular species, but it is commercially valuable. Commercially valuable. So this species, this species is known as the only one species growing in a Western Ghats. People may commercially say as a lady's slipper orchid. So lady's slipper orchid, so much quantities of or crores of money have been spent to conserve this, orchid species. Recently, we got about 25 lakhs to conserve this species through a SER project. These are all some orophytes. So this species, wherever it is growing, so definitely we can able to predict the soil attachment with the rock is not so good. Definitely, there will be a chance for the growth. There will be a chance for the landslide. Such a way, these kind of species create or provide some information about the geography of the particular regions. So wherever the soil deposition is very low on the rocks, then there only this kind of species will grow. Orophytic species like this. Apart from that, a few more commercially important species, of course. Few more commercially important species. This is nothing but your sandalam. People simply say, hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes,
We
sir.
can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you. Just
Yes,
it has
yes.
struck. Okay. Problem with the slides, that is what. Okay. So the some few important species which are commercially important. So some problem with the internet, I think. So, sorry, system.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Just a minute, ma'am. Some
Okay, sir.
problem
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. Yeah. Okay.
Now we are not able to hear you, sir.
Yeah. Wait, ma'am. Please
Hello.
wait. I'll come back.
In between it has got cut.
I'm residing nearby villages. Here, somewhat problem with the network issues.
Dear participants, please wait for a few minutes.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
What about the screen? Is it okay?
Sir, actually it is okay, sir, but your slideshow full full screen slideshow is not visible.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sir.
What about this? Please see.
Sir, no, sir.
Is it okay?
Is it okay, sir? Now it is okay, sir.
Okay, sorry, I can complete it soon. Sorry, I apologize for
Okay, sir. No
that.
problem, sir.
You already asked it, you know. Sorry, extremely
Okay, sir. No
sorry.
problem.
Okay, right. So this is regarding Rudraksha. I think you might have been heard about the word Rudraksha. So far in India alone, we have 33 different types of Rudraksha, or one Mughar, two Mughar, like that. So these are the few important species which is restricted to Western Ghats. In Western Ghats alone, we have 12 different types of Rudraksha. The people are commercially collecting this for to sell in an illegal trade market. So these are all few important Rudraksha species. So these are, please see that. I must say something about this, Rudraksha tree. Only one tree is surviving at present in Western Ghats. Only one tree is available. We are doing some work. Moreover, Government of India has provided 50 lakhs for us to multiply these trees. We are also working for that, conservation of this wonderful ecosystem. So this is one among the Elaeocarpus. I think you might have been seen in Chennai, Birinji. For that they will add some leaf. So that leaf has been collected from the forest only. This is that particular leaf. So this is also one of the leaf, that is a Birinji leaf. It's a different kind only. So this tree is mostly collected. This leaf, through which they are taking some drug for to treat cancer, blood cancers. So moreover, this root of this plant is keep on collecting for isolation of a drug. That drug can cure or control the antivenomous effect in human being. So these are all some important few herbs. So this flower, this will control dysentery problem in human beings. This is the best suitable plant for to control your ulcer. Is available in the forest only. So these are all some important. See, people nowadays, people particularly, female kids, suffered with a lot of obesities. So in order to avoid that obesity, you can have some, natural remedies like this. The people, those who are coming from Kerala, they know about this fruit. That is a kodambuli. This can control. Why? Because it has, a large quantity of hydroxy citric acid. This control the blood deposition level in, blood. Ultimately, you can reduce, body weight. So this is one among the species which provide the anti-hydroxy citric acid fruit. So this fruit has enriched with the hydroxy citric acid. So not only that, it is a home remedies. A lot of trees have been grown in a home to cure several disorders. This is asoka tree. This is also a kind of asoka. So in natural we can see, but they are commercially, they are medicinally promising species too. So this is erythina. This is nothing but people may say as a kalyana murugai. So this petal, the petal and the anther have able to promote high fertility in male. So during the rituals of marriages, the people may donate the sapling of this plant. So no need to mention anything about this tree, particularly in navel. So you may know about only one species of navel. Hope you have tasted the fruit of only one navel. But India is a home for about 70 different types of navel. Say this is one among the species of navel. See here in the forest we can have a variety of species of navel. Variety of species we can see. So these are all some few important variety of navel species. So this is Kurunaval. Nowadays, these trees under verge of extinction. Why? Because the bark, the bark of the tree has been collected for several commercial purposes. Accordingly, so much quantity of trees we lost in the forest. So these are all some novel varieties. So these are all some few important medicinal plants. So not only the medicinal, commercial, but of course called horticulturally promising species. We can get or we can transfer this beautiness of this flower to our commercial purposes or cut flower, so on. So this is another important medicinal plant. Few species, which can able to grow where if forest fire or wherever the adverse conditions are there. So this tree is nothing but a fire resistant tree. So they can able to grow even the higher forest is happening. So the few important Neela Kurunji. Moreover, people may thought that the Kurunji is flowering once in 12 years or once in 14 years, but not exactly. So depends upon the species or depends upon the number of individuals. The Kurunji is flowering every year or once in 2 years. So the gregarious flowering, mass flowering is taking place only between only once in the 14 years or 12 years. So these are all few important flowering plants. This is your Jadikai. This is also one of the Jadikai. See, I have to say something about this plant. In order to avoid your hungriness or tiredness, if you take a few fruit of this plant, definitely you can do hard work. So while walking in the forest, So if we tire, if we take a few more fruits of this plant, definitely we may not feel hungry as well as we may not feel tired. Okay, so such a wonderful creature. This is a common one. This is also a most important fruit. So why we have to consider these tree as an important sense? They are under verge of extinction. See here, the trees are under verge of extinction. For about 21,000 trees are under verge of extinction. So these are all some few important categories. As a student, you must aware on IUCN Red List, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, through which you have to update it. What are the, if you are doing some research in aquatic bodies, so definitely you must know what are the species are under verge of extinction in aquatic bodies, such a way. So here housing and urban areas damage severely on biodiversity or the ecosystem. So these are all some important forest resources. Simply you can get a manjal or sea hekkai or some important bark, then melag or jadipatri, sambrani. So variety of natural products are available in the forest. You must be aware on that. So moreover, if you feel thirsty in the sense, so there is a remedy. So through which we can get a huge quantity of water from the plant. So they can also compensate to meet the thirsty of the people who are dwelling in the forest. See, this is regarding animal diversity. I will complete it within 10 minutes, ma'am. Please forgive me for 10 minutes, please.
Okay, sir, no problem.
This is regarding animal diversity. See, really, we may not, aware on the diversity of animals in India. See, simply, these are all the animal diversity reported in different parts of the world as well as in India. So, of these arthropods, insects dominates. Usually, the insects dominates here. These are the number of individuals as reported as endangered in different regions. So if you ask the name of this animal, definitely people may say this must be giraffe, this must be a zebra, then ostrich or hippopotamus. So, but so as a student or common people or civilian, so definitely we may not know the name of this species. We must know the name of the species. Why? Because they are forerunners. Even simply speak, they are closely associated with the Western Ghats. They are available only in our environment. No other places this kind of animals can be seen. See here, these are all some important species. So why? Because how far it is related, so they are the real heroes to maintain our ecosystem. They are the real heroes. So we can do, or we can plant some trees, or we can do some artificial creatures in the environment, but naturally we can't do anything, or we can't change the natural ecosystem. They are the real heroes, can able to do some functions or mutualistic relationship or maintain the ecosystem of the Western Ghats or the forest regions. So moreover, not only the huge animal, if you see the water bodies of different parts of the Western Ghats, variety of fishes have been reported. Right? Even so many new species have also been reported from different river bodies or rivulets or small ponds or dams. So you can see so many kinds of species. So even small insects are most important. Why? Because they can able to trigger the reproductive ability of the species, through which they can able to set the fruit and the seeds. So they are the real foragers or visitors. They can able to do the pollination process. So these kind of insects can create a small holes or network underground the water, which helps to penetrate the water molecule to get it in the bottom of the soil. So these are all, they are ecologically unique, So each and every component of the organism in the environment have some ecological significance. So rhinoceros beetle, so huge amount of butterflies. So they have the important role to pollinate the herbs, trees as well as shrubs species. Moreover, amphibians, so they can able to control the unwanted insects in the environment. They can able to control the insect diversity. If it is increased in the sense, definitely we may lose our commercial agriculture land or some species. So, so in order to control the amphibians, so one more alternative ecosystem tool is nothing but snakes. Moreover, the people don't know the real value of these snakes. As people may say, the friends of farmers. Definitely, it is true. They can able to control the rat diversity or frog diversity or several other unwanted animal diversity in the environment. So king cobra, so the only snake can able to construct their own nest. So don't think that the nest constructed by the termites have been converted as a snake nest. That is not exactly. Okay, simply some few. Of course, birds, they are the real disperser as well as the frugivorous can able to disperse the forest region. They may collect one fruit from one tree, then they deposit their seeds in the throughout forest. They can easily maintain the ecosystem of the forest. This Kada in simply Tamil, so they can able to control the termite diversity in the desert regions. So pigeon, rock pigeon, so country fowl. Nowadays, this kind of fowls have been under listed under IUCN category. So bird of paradise, so wonderful color, spectacular shaped creations in the nature. So it's a male alone beautiful, whereas the female is not so beautiful. Nowadays the government has given an order, nobody has to grow or keep any kind of parakeets. So we should not say this is nothing but parrot. In India, we don't have a parrot naturally. This is nothing but parakeet. If somebody is keeping parakeets, green color parakeet in your home, definitely it should not be. That is an offense. This is yes, a kind of hornbills. Wonderful. This is also great Malabar hornbill. It is a forest, a feathered forest of the high altitudes. So this kind of green pipet, paradise flycatchers. So few important birds here. So moreover, an important story is there behind the beaver birds, particularly your Tukana Kuruvi in Tamil. Okay, so it's a wonderful story is with me, but we don't have a time because of the time constraints. I'm simply skipping that. So by the construction of the nest, we can able to understand the bird's creature. See this stage, this stage indicates they are pairs. Now they are pairs. If they started to grow like this, the female has started to lay their eggs. So if slightly started, the egg is going to be hatched out. So if it is this much, definitely in order to avoid other predators, so the hatchlings are growing nearby. Okay, such a way we can able to guess the exact breeding behavior of these birds. So Indian vulture, because of the feeding of aceclofenac and diclofenac to the injection of aceclofenac, diclofenac to the cattle. So these birds depends. They are nothing but scavengers of the forest. While taking the cattle with that aceclofenac, they lost their fertility. Moreover, they are unable to lay their eggs. So these are some important features. Of course, really they are the foragers. Nowadays, their intestines or system have somewhat problem with aquatic bodies. Why? Because this land has drastically polluted with so many pollutants. So this kind of animals very soon we may lose. So some kind of herbivores. So hedgehog. So nowadays, once it is very common, even in the plain areas nowadays, this mullali, mullali, a very meager quantity of this hedgehog is recorded in Tamil Nadu. So moreover, this endemic species, wherever you are seeing elephant in the natural forest ecosystem, definitely we can say that forest is in good condition. Such a way, they are all nothing but a keystone species. So tusker, a charismatic species, crores and crores of money has been spent to conserve this species. Why? Because by protecting the tiger, we can able to manage the or we can able to keep the forest as green. So we need to we need to provide more fund, or we need to spend more money to conserve this tiger. So Asiatic lion, unfortunately, this is our endemic species, but there is no single surviving individuals in India. So lot of primates. It is another forager as well as a seed dispersal agent. A lion-tailed macaque, once it has been collected for several medical research purposes, but nowadays it has been burned. So this is one among the rare species. So Nilgiri langur, again Hanuman langur, Imol, 30-gram mouse. That is, mouse lemur. That is a monkey. This kind of monkey. Tarsier is a very closest relative to human beings. About 96% of the genome is closely associated with this primate. Seed disperser again. Squirrels, you know that very well about this. No need a definition for this. Okay. Indian gar, simply people may say bison. In India, we don't have bison. This is nothing but gar. Indian gar, you must say as Indian gar. Moreover, in aquatic bodies, dolphin, you know much than me about the dolphin, some aquatic animals like dugong, sea cow, of course, recently included in the CR category. So these are the few important reasons behind the damage of forest ecosystem. So of these, pressure from exotic weeds are most important. You know very well about some stories there behind this bird. I request the students to go with the internet. Dodo, a small story is there. This is an extinct bird like your Archaeopteryx. People know only about Archaeopteryx. There is a fossil animal. This is one among the fossil bird, or simply known as extinct bird. So through which we can categorize. So these are the taxa or biodiversity under verge of extinction in the world as well as in India. We must take much care, or we must do some necessary steps to conserve or protect these individuals. So here we are one side we are exploiting the natural resources or forests by planting commercial plantations. So by road rash or illegal collection or cattle foraging. So through that we lost so many kind of individuals, even careless tourism. Okay, so by means of careless tourism also we are damaging the
Dear participants and students, please some wait for a few minutes.
Hello.
Ma'am, sir phone பண்ண ma'am.
He's having some
இப்போ-
problem in connecting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll wait for a few seconds. Students have asked any questions, then we can pass on to him. We will wait for
Okay,
him
ma'am.
to join.
Dear participants, if you have any questions.
I really extremely sorry, dear friends. So unfortunately, I'm here the climate is not so good. Some network issues. Sorry, really sorry. Hope you enjoyed this lecture. If you have any doubts, clarification, or simply about biodiversity, you can. Or you can speak in your mother tongue, Tamil or Malayalam. I don't know about the other languages. You can speak. Ma'am, I must say sorry, extremely sorry. Hello, can you hear me?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. If it is no more clarification, you can close this, ma'am. No issues. Right. Students can ask, interact. If you need any doubts, otherwise you can send it through chat box.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Please, please.
Sir, now when we are so much of biodiversity is available, especially in the Western Ghats, which you have also documented and shown us.
Yes,
Now we are cutting down and we are destroying that biodiversity because of various developmental activities.
yes, ma'am.
So do these animals in some way have some, do they evolve in any way? Does the environment change and help them in any way to protect themselves? Are there any studies on that, sir?
Yeah,
In
thank you
what
so
way?
much.
In fact, we are studying, but how much they are evolving in order to, like microorganisms. Now we are seeing they're trying to
Yeah.
outbeat us.
Yes,
So
yes.
similarly, is
Yeah.
there any movement here? Thank you, sir.
Uh,
Just answer.
Thank you so much for a wonderful question. Really, the people must ask like these questions. So, for the first aspect, Madam asked, is any animals are hazardous to the environment? So, is it so, ma'am? Is it so? Is any animal hazardous to the environment? This is what your question, you know?
No, sir.
Ah,
No. What I'm asking is, we
ah,
are destroying the environment. We are
yeah, yeah.
making
Okay,
it difficult for them to live, to survive this thing. So, are
okay,
they in any way evolving themselves to,
okay.
to protect themselves or to conserve themselves? Do they make any changes either in their environment or in their behavior? Are there any studies on this?
Yeah,
How
definitely.
they are
So,
trying to protect themselves against our activity?
yeah, definitely, definitely. Wonderful questions. I can go with the one example, particularly Shola forest. Okay, so this is a one kind of peculiar forest types have been reported in South India, particularly Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Karnataka. Fortunately, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, we have so much quantities. So keep on the tourism as well as the plantations drastically changing the environment of the solar ecosystem, solar forest ecosystem. But even though they are retaining their originality, say for example, during the British colonial period, the Britishers, what they did, they planted, huge quantity of exotic trees inside the solar forest. But a considerable quantity of the forests have been already damaged by the sealings of the eucalyptus, wattle, so on. But moreover, still that ecosystem, they are typical environmental condition. They are maintaining their forest as such. If you want to do anything, to reclaim it or do something to promote the forest in the sense, we can't do anything. Simply, they are, living forest, sorry, living fossils. Okay, so even though we are making keep on disturbance to the environment, means they have wonderful adaptations. Say for example, simply we can go ahead with one more example like elephant. Okay, so we have, we made so many, problems with the pathway of elephants. We have constructed so many bungalows. Even we have created fencings like that, solar fencings. So, however, they are maintaining their environment as such. So, if we can able to, change the direction of the elephant, but however, wherever the elephant is going, there they are creating a new forest, day to day. Such a way, we may create or we can do some harmful effect against the wildlife or forest, but definitely they can able to understand or they can able to adjust with that. Then they are flourishing simply. So one more, I think, teacher, we would like to have more information about the medicinal plants which you can grow at home. This may be depends upon the place where you are staying, sir. Say for example, if you are residing nearby Chennai, the people may thought that the land of Chennai is more polluted, but you cannot imagine once that is a fertile land, more fertile land. Okay, why? Because if you see the land areas of IIT or even Gindi National Park, definitely you may be able to realize the exact land mass of the Chennai inside. If you go inside the IIT, hope you have seen that IIT or Gindi National Park. Through that, you can able to guess what was the real Chennai landmass. So you can see huge quantity of herbaceous species or shrub or so on. Simply, if you are keeping the medicinal plants in your home, Tuduvalai or Tulasi or some Manatakali, like that, you can keep for some times. So through that, you can get a daily or even Pudina, you can keep inside your pot or nearby the land. So you can simply take a pluck a leaf a bit. So you can chew it, or better you can grow simply known as Adadoda. So why? Because while I was a horticulture superintendent in Chennai, my first appointment was as a horticulture superintendent in CSIR. Okay, so I have resigned the job before 10 years. Thereafter only I have joined here as assistant professor. So during that time, I have watched each and every corner of the Chennai. So that is a more fertile land. If you have a land nearby your home, you can grow so much quantity of medicinal herbs. Simply if you go nearby, that place Mambalam railway station, there you can get some herbs. You can simply cut it and plant it for your as a home remedies. Okay. Thank you, sir. I think you have satisfied with my answer. So if you have any questions, you can ask. I must say sorry, I have not completed. Moreover, I'm not fully satisfied with my lecture. So too much disturbances, obstacles. In future, definitely we may get together. We can speak more with this kind of topic.
No problem, sir. In spite of all the glitches.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
nice presentation.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes.
Sir, your presentation was really very good. You have taken a lot of initiative measure to show so much of rare species of plants and fruits and so much of new species which I haven't seen. So nice, beautiful flowers and all that. And just because it's a pandemic situation, people are really suffering for oxygen and all that.
Yeah.
I think people should be aware of growing or indoor plants which gives oxygen for nearly for 24 hours. That awareness we have to really bring out. Even if it is flats, we are living in flats or any individual's house or whatever it is, we can grow some small plants, I hope so, which is really very useful, which helps to give a lot of oxygen to the human beings for the all 24 hours.
True.
I think that will be very helpful. That awareness we have to really create among people.
Actually, are you a teacher or a student?
I'm a teacher, sir.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. Actually, I must say one thing. Don't think that if we grow some indoor plants, we can able to increase the quantity of oxygen in the environment. Okay. As a botanist, I must explain why. Because see, wherever the plants growing or whatever the plants growing very fast, the plant which have more leaf, then only the plant can able to release more oxygen. If the plant is growing slowly, or some plants can grow very less, even your so-called bonsai, if you grow like that, means you cannot expect such a huge quantity of oxygen during the growth of the plant. Why? Because as far as the mechanism of plants is concerned, if they do photosynthesis in a large quantities or large level, then only they can able to release more oxygen. For that, if you grow trees, more better to get a good quantity of oxygens. But if you go with some slow growing trees or ornamentals or indoor species, definitely you may not expect there. Whatever the people are telling, that is a rumor. Okay. If we talk about the mechanism of plant system, definitely we can't say anything. Say, for example, if you are adding 50 gram of sodium, 50 gram of chloride in the sense, what will be the quantity of the product? Must be 100 or less than 100. Is it so? Or otherwise, it may not be exceeded more than 100. So the people are people have been misdirected by some traders or them horticultural persons. So of course you can improve the good quality or peacefulness of mind. For that you can keep some indoor plants, but we may not expect such a huge quantity, or we may not sure to improve the quality of oxygen level in the environment. Okay. Thank you so much. Of course,
Thank you,
one
sir.
more. Yeah, thank you so much. Please give some suggestion of those students say biodiversity. Thank you so much. Simply, what we use as a students, well, of course, you are technologists. I think you belongs to you are engineering students. You belongs to some technological innovation studies. But however, you must aware whatever you are doing. You are this university. I think is the only university dealing with fisheries in India. I think. Okay, so you must go with some classical aspect like that. You can get explore the different species of the Tamil Nadu or nearby area. Such a way you can do some projects. So you can able to you must be able to identify the name of the species. Such a way we have to create a catalog. So if you do for one time, definitely your followers. Say for example, you have collected 10 species nearby area means. So the your junior will come, then he will add or she will add some more. So such a way we can get a wonderful compendium of the fishes. Say for example, fishes accordingly we can document the biodiversity. Why I am insisting, nowadays yes, so much quantity of exotic fishes have been inverted to India, even through as a ornamental fishes. So simply, if somebody's are growing, if they are not interested to keep that fishes, definitely they will discard in some aquatic bodies nearby. What will happen? That fish, what we have thrown inside the aquatic bodies, may create a problem to the native species. So definitely they may kill or they may create some adverse effect. They are strictly or obnoxiously weeds to that environment. So as students, you must create some awareness. While there are a lot of governing bodies are there while importing biological things, but nowadays not like that. So much of exotic birds have been invaded to India for commercial purposes, but our native species have been gone to the decline level. So that is what. Please do it. I think Raji GPMR has satisfied. Okay, thank you so much.
Sorry, a big thank you for your valuable information and valuable and informative speech, sir,
Thank you,
towards
ma'am.
protecting the forest ecosystem for a sustainable future. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence, sir.
Okay.
I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to our Vice Chancellor Tamil Nadu, Dr. J. Jayalalitha Fisheries University, Dr. G. Sukumar, and Dean and Convener of College of Fish Nutrition and Food Technology, Dr. Usha Antony, for her motivation to conduct World Environment Day program. A special thanks to the teaching and non-teaching staffs for their unflinching support and coordination. Our heartful thanks to our students and participants for active participation. With these warm words and a kind message, we move to the end of the today's session. Thank you. The program ends with a national anthem.
Sir, on behalf of our college, I would like to thank you very much for taking the time and trouble. Sir, thank you very much once again on behalf of our college, all the staff
Thank you
and
so much,
students.
ma'am.
We thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. I would also
Thank
like
you
to
so
thank
much,
the
ma'am.
Nutrition Society of India Chennai chapter for joining hands with us to invite you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you
very
so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Hema,
Thank you, ma'am.
and all
Thank
the
you, sir.
students. Yeah. Bye-bye, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Bye bye. Rama, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.